Alright, so I wanted to show you a little bit about the persona work I've been doing. Most of the work, actually, before I get started, most of the work that was done is not actually on the persona um, project, but changing things in Truffle and in Pudding to support the persona project. There's some bugs and new features I needed in order to do things the way that I liked to have done them. So what you're looking at now, though, is the demo persona site. It looks relatively the same. Only thing I changed down here is the avatar, and I'll show you what I mean by that as we go through this. So I already have a seed and a wallet with some Ethereum, with some Ether attached to it, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new persona. So Tim Coulter. I'm going to choose a file, and what I did is I edited this website so that it automatically just loads the image here once you choose the file. So so there's no more image hash, and because the hash is taken directly from the image itself. So what you do next is just submit the persona, and that just takes a while, so it's on its way. There's some console logs here that they're not intentionally there. They were there as part of development, and I'm just leaving them there for now for this demo video to show you, that there's some progress. Eventually, once this goes through, it will say new persona submitted. This is running on a Geth node that Christian had set up on a DigitalOcean instance. So Geth is kind of slow, so you kind of just got to wait for this stuff to mine. So as it's working, you can take a look. It's doing a bunch of network requests. It's actually checking every second or half a second or whatever it is, seeing if things are updated, and eventually this will go through. So for this video's purpose, we kind of just have to let that happen. Let that do its thing. Let's see if we have any more output on the console. Okay, we have a persona, so now it's actually registering the persona. So soon we should get that message saying it was submitted correctly. Sometime soon. There it is, persona contract created. So notice that this is the IPFS hash. So I'm going to go ahead and go, I forgot. Let's go back here. This is the IP that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh crap, 36/IPFS. Actually, I believe it was 8080/IPFS, and that's the hash right there. And so I took the liberty of changing some of the information that was here. We can change this as as needed, but it's just the name, the avatar, and the persona version number. The avatar is actually just a base64, like a data URL. It's not just the base64 information, which I believe starts here, but it's the whole URL. So you can just take that info and put it directly into an image. It also tells about the image itself, like content type, image, PNG, so that if some other application that's not a browser was to take this image information, they know exactly what data type it was supposed to be. So that's what's stored in IPFS. And what I did mostly, oops, this is where I want to go. What I did mostly is I did work to add functionality to the persona contract class that you get out of Web3. So just to show you that personas work, you can use this lookup function. I'm not exactly sure why this lookup function is slow yet. It might be because of the this request took a long time. Whatever that is, cat JSON, that's the IPFS request. So that took a long time. So it took a long time to get the image. But here you have your persona. Now, as far as extending the class, notice what I did is when I did lookup, I used the address of the Ethereum user. So that's not the address of the persona contract on the blockchain. That's actually the address of the user itself. And you say, this is my ID. It talked to the registry, found, okay, this user has this persona, and then pulled that information. Now, as far as the persona class that you get on the browser side, that's what I edited. So like previously, or with the contract functions that you get from Web3, you get persona.new and persona.at. I added a new one, persona.of, and this is where you would type in the contract of, or excuse me, type in the address of the actual user. So this persona.of this current user. Now this is a premisified function, so I'm going to go then. I'm going to get the persona object back. I'm just going to go ahead and log it to the console. Let's go like that. Right, and so we're going to wait for that for a second. So that's just the promise response. You can ignore that. But here's where we get the persona object and then the actual address of the persona. So this persona.of contacted the persona registry, got the persona related to this user, and then returned that. And so this is mostly a convenience function, but the work, some of the work that I needed was extending the persona object in order to have this. The next thing, you know what, I need to do something here, so we'll do var persona. Actually, we'll do this. So p, what I'm going to do is window.persona. I'm making this persona object that I get available to me to use on the console, so let's just do this one more time. And then now I'm going to have the persona object. And here's another function that I added. So convenience function, you don't have to, what I wanted is I wanted the persona class to be the center of all information about persona. So another function that I added was getInfo. And again, this is premisified. So then function, we're just going to call it I, console.log I, right? And what this is going to do is this is actually calling out to IPFS. And so when this gets done, you'll notice that it's working here. Still going. IPFS is taking a while. That might mean it's done. Right, it gives us the persona information back. And so there's only one object you need to interact with, and that's the persona object. That is both the object that will edit the contracts on the blockchain, like persona dot owner, like that set IPFS hash. That you can use that to call it to have a transaction on the blockchain, but also for getting information about the persona itself, which is this getInfo function. So I will have a cleaned up version of this pretty soon, and this should make it pretty easy to use in any other application. So cheers.